Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Stones Still Speak, How Biblical Archaeology Illuminates the Stories You Thought You Knew, by Amanda Hope Haley. Narrated by Amanda Hope Haley. For Brandy's daughters, Addison, Alyssa, Audrey, and Ava, as you grow up and hear stories of your mother from old friends like me, know that her love of God made her strong when she felt weak, and her love for you and your father helped her fight. Listen to me, you who pursue righteousness, who seek the Lord. Look to the rock from which you were cut, and to the quarry from which you were dug. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 1, New American Standard Bible. Introduction. Rocks are neither deaf nor dumb. 8 miles northwest of Jerusalem, on the outskirts of modern-day Ramallah along the Central Ridge Road, sits Tel in Nazbe. The site has been identified as the likely location of biblical Mizpah, where Israel's judges fought many battles and where the prophet and judge Samuel erected standing stones, meant to commemorate an Israelite victory over the Philistines. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. But Samuel's monument was neither the first nor the last in this area. At least 7 centuries earlier, the forefather of all Israelites, Jacob, had a habit of erecting stones. At Bethel, he had already placed one in honor of God's theophany, Genesis chapter 28, verse 18. And there he would later mark his wife Rachel's burial, chapter 35, verse 20. But in the vicinity of Mizpah, Jacob made a treaty with his uncle and father-in-law Laban. Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar. Then Jacob said to his brethren, "Gather stones." And they took stones and made a heap. Then Laban said to Jacob, "Here is this heap, and here is this pillar, which I have placed between you and me. This heap is a witness, and this pillar is a witness, that I will not pass beyond this heap to you, and you will not pass beyond this heap and this pillar to me for harm." Chapter 31, verses 45 through 46, 51 through 52. Jacob and Laban may have been memorializing a sort of war, an epic struggle between in-laws for authority and inheritance. But their standing stone and heap of stones had the practical purpose of marking territories. From that day forward, neither man would enter the other's lands. These stones marked the future boundary along the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel, long before Israel was a nation, or Jacob himself had been renamed Israel. Today, they would be near the border between modern Israel and the disputed territory often called the West Bank. In the ancient world, a time when most people could neither read nor write and glow-in-the-dark traffic signs were unimaginable, rocks were both abundant and everlasting. The average Bedouin hunter or herder moving past an obviously man-made monument might stop and wonder at its purpose, had he not heard its origin story from his ancestors. Such a marker was often called an Ebenezer, a Hebrew word that means stone of help. We get that name from the prophet Samuel, who took a stone and set it up between Mizpah and Shen and called its name Ebenezer, saying, "Thus far the Lord has helped us." 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. In this instance, the stone was placed to remind passers-by of God's faithfulness and help to his people in the face of the mighty Philistine army. Stones of help, such as those used by the Bible's patriarchs and judges, are not unique to the ancient Near East. As much as a millennium before Jacob was born, the famous giant Saracen stones that make up Stonehenge were lifted into place by at least 1,000 British Neolithic farmers. In Australia, Aboriginal arrangements placed into geometric, zoomorphic, or godlike shapes were likely used for ceremonial activities prior to the continent's colonization. And on the opposite side of the globe, the Inuit people of modern-day Nunavut, Canada, were creating Inukshuk in the Arctic Circle between 2400 and 1800 BCE. During a walk or ride along any rocky coast or public land in Canada, you are sure to see piles of rocks arranged along the path. Today, locals and tourists alike select flat stones and stack them into the human-like shapes as works of art, but they had purposes in antiquity. The word Inukshuk means to act as a human, although not all creations were anthropomorphic. Most stacked and upright stones were made to guide others toward good hunting lands or rich fishing waters, or to warn them away from predators or natural dangers. Those shaped like humans, which are more accurately called Inungwak, served the same purpose.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?